Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today. This is David Sanchez. I am Accounts Director for Huawei Australia. Right now, broadcasting live from Australia to the whole Asia Pacific region. First of all, and most important, I hope that everyone is okay. So these are difficult times, but I believe we will overcome those. So stay safe. This is the most important thing right now. So today, we're going to talk about solar trends, the solar trends for the future. So it's very important to say that Huawei, as leader of the market, we perform every year an intense research. We talk to experts, we gather their feedback to understand the future of solar. This year, for the first time, we are releasing our conclusions, our perspective to the market, to the public. So we're going to talk about the 10 trends for the next 5-10 years, as you can see in the slide right now. So first of all, digitalization. So we do believe that more than 90% of the solar farm will be fully digital by 2025. So what is digitalization? Digitalization is the management of the big data in order to improve the performance of the solar farm. In that case, inverter, as a fundamental part of the solar farm, will play a major role when it comes to data collection and transmission. How? Basically, all the sensors included in the inverter will be able to analyze and operate huge amounts of information. As a metaphor, we could talk about a human body. So all the organs will give all the necessary information to the brain. In this case, our inverters are the organ, and the brain is the solar farm. But not only the inverters. We believe that actually the trackers, the power stations, and the modules will become smarter, will become more digital. Again, this is not only the future, it's the present, but it's definitely the close future for the solar farms. As number two, we have AI, artificial intelligence. So we believe that more than 70% of the solar farms by 2025 will use this kind of technology. So basically, the grounds of AI are the massive data collection for self-learning, analyze, and improvement. So this can only lead to an increase of the performance of the solar farm. As an example, the digital IV curve diagnosis software. So inverters will be able to collect all the information, huge amount of data, and with high accuracy, perform the IV curve diagnosis and understand just with a button click where you have hotspots, PID risk, or even a diode broken. Actually, our IV curve 3.0 is even able to perform the IV curve diagnosis to bifacial models. So this is a huge step forward in terms of digitalization and AI. Huawei is already working in that way. But the same concept can be applied to storage solutions or to trackers. This will come and this will lead only to an increase of the generation of the solar farm. So number three, so unmanned PV plants. This is a reality. So we do believe by 2025, more than 80% of the solar farms globally won't need any human on it. As an example, Huawei has a lot of references where a huge amount of megawatts, hundreds of megawatts, are only controlled by one guy and one dog. And actually, the dog is the most important guy because he's controlling that there are no thieves in the solar farm. Again, a solar solution needs to be able to be controlled remotely. And for that, you need to remove all the wearing parts, like fuses, like screen, etc., etc. But in parallel, we also see robot applications as an application of AI used in the solar farm for some task, like the module cleaning. Again, self-learning, efficiency, reducing mistakes. This is what it's all about. Number 4, support to the grid. This is actually a fundamental topic, especially in some countries like Australia, where it's definitely the most important topic. Why? With the new energy share increasing massively in the generation mix, the grid is being affected. So we see how the short circuit ratio is collapsing, is going to very, very low values. What does it mean? This means low impedance and also low stability for frequency and voltage. So that's a huge challenge. So in the future and in the present, the PV solutions, the PV inverters, will have to be able to install the best technology to comply with these challenges, with these huge requirements from the grid. Trend number 5. So trend number 5 is solar plus storage. So this we know very well. Everybody knows that solar is gaining and gaining gap in the solar farms. So this is something that we know that by 2025, at least 30% of the solar farms will use some kind of energy storage. As we spoke, with a huge increase of new energies into the grid is being affected. So the storage also becomes a very important part in terms of overcoming the challenges to the grid, frequency regulations, stability, and so on. Only problem right now is the cost. But we will see in the next time how the cost is going down. And with the cost going down, we will see a huge increase of the storage solutions in the solar farms. As I said, by 2025, we expect at least 30% of the solar farms, including some kind of energy storage system. Number 6. So number 6 are the virtual power plants. So this is actually a very important topic also. So due to the friendly policies globally, we have seen a huge increase of residential, commercial, and industrial rooftops. So the reality is that those systems, they work quite independently, okay? But we expect that by 2025, at least 80% of the household systems will be connected to what we call virtual power plant. What does it mean? So that means autonomous systems, being able to dispatch energy, bill energy, and even buy energy. That will lead to a huge increase of these kinds of systems, because this is already a reality, but this will come mainstream in only 5 years. This is what we believe. Number seven. So active safety. This is a very important topic. We all know that. So AFCI is a key factor, but it's also becoming not only a standard for rooftops, but also an international standard. We believe it will become a fully required international standards very soon. Why? Because we know the hidden arcs caused by the DC side can lead to fire, to accidents. Actually, we all know a very famous case of a supermarket in the USA where we saw a fire because of this. So again, poor DC contacts, poor DC connection, poor DC cables can lead to a huge risk for both machines and people. Again, AFCI will become an international standard because it makes sense and because it's actually a fantastic protection. Let's go to number 8. So number 8, this is higher power density. What does it mean? So it's important to understand that with the breakthrough of new wideband electronic semiconductors, like the silicon carbide or the gallium nitride, together with advanced algorithm, we expect a collapse, a drop in the power density at least 50% in the next years. What does it mean? So basically today, a 100 kilowatt inverter can have an average weight of 85, 90 kilos. So in 5 years, we will see how a 100 kilowatt inverter will actually have a weight of 45 or 50 kilos. Huge drop in the weight, huge increase in the power density. This is the trend for the next future. Number 9, modular design. So this is clear. Inverters, power stations, and others are a key factor, are the main factor in any solar farm. And the reality is that only the modular design can bring the highest flexibility and the lowest O&M cost. We see this today, but this will be even more important in the close future. Modular is simple, it's efficient, and you don't require skilled people to perform the O&M. Again, huge reduction in the O&M cost. Only this way, the future solar farm will be able to be fully bankable. And number 10, so security and trustworthiness. What does it mean? So we know very well that safety and credibility are necessary requirements for any solar farm. So let's call it cybersecurity, okay? So with the capacity of solar farms increasing globally, the reality is that the network architecture is getting more and more complex. This is where privacy, security, system reliability, and credibility will become the main requirement in any solar farm. We know this, we see this today, but we know very well that this would become mainstream in the very close future. So these were the 10 trends that Huawei believes that will be the mainstream for 2025. Hope you guys found this interesting. So actually, let me please share the last slide. Why? Because actually this is the vision that Huawei has. Bring digital to everyone, every home, every organization. Make a world better connected and more intelligent. This is what Huawei is bringing to the market. Actually, Huawei as an ICT, ever since we enter the solar market, we had one goal: bringing full digital solution to the PV industry. And this is how Huawei is actually transforming the industry, bringing a full digital solution to the market, lowering LCOE, bringing a remote and smart solution. This is what Huawei is bringing. Again, because we know very well how to do it, because our background is an ICT. 5G, AI will come faster than when we think, and will again lead and help to a better connected and intelligent world. So hope you like that. Again, hope everyone is safe and stay safe. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much. Stay safe. See you soon.